Tonight, a Phoenix family continues their search for justice nearly a month after police found their loved one's body next to a dumpster. Detectives are still trying to figure out who killed Mark Montaño, a father of three. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine. 12 News journalist Brenda Lipinski spoke with Mark's family tonight, one day after they laid him to rest.
Yes, and even through the pain, Mark Anthony Montaño's family says they'll continue to fight to find out what happened to their brother, asking for the public's help. Tonight, a candle lighting the way for 38-year-old Mark Anthony Montaño.
He loved to dance. He loved to go places where there was music. Everything was live. Everything that felt alive for him, that's where he was.
Everybody around him loved him. He was a good, loving person. He didn't harm nobody.
His family grieving his death.
He was like my baby, but he was my brother.
Searching for answers.
The responsible people have to come forward. They have to get caught.
Phoenix police say Montaño was found dead on November 12th next to a dumpster at an apartment complex near 51st Avenue and Indian School Road. Officers found signs of trauma on his body.
We have a lot of, questions, and we have nothing to go out, to go by.
His sister Roseanne says her brother had gone through a difficult time and was seeking rehab to turn his life around.
He called me and said he was doing fine and that he was happy. And we said, okay, we're gonna be here for you when you feel better and you feel that, or when your treatment's over, you come home. And we never heard from him after that.
Right now, Silent Witness is offering a $2,000 reward for information that could lead to an arrest. The family hoping someone can come forward with some type of information.
Yeah, we're not going to let it rest. We're going to continue. We're going to continue. We're going to continue to shine a lot of light onto this before the next person ends up dead.
Silent Witness says anyone can report anonymously to 480-WITNESS or 480-TESTIGO. Reporting in Phoenix, Brenda Lipinski, 12 News.
All right, Brenda, thank you. The man who admitted to murdering his roommate will spend the next 31 years behind bars. A judge sentenced Timothy Sullivan today after he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. He killed 49-year-old Amy Legans in 2020 and spread her remains throughout the valley. In court today, Sullivan apologized for his actions, attributing them to what he called a traumatic brain injury. Attorney General Chris Mays is moving forward with the execution of a man sentenced to death in 2008. Aaron Gunches was convicted for the 2002 murder of Ted Price, his girlfriend's ex-husband. Today, Mays filed a motion with the state Supreme Court to move the process along. The election could take place next year. It would be the first execution in Arizona after a 2-year pause. Well, new tonight, a home security camera captures the moment that a Gilbert Grinch swipes a Christmas decoration from a family's front yard. But as 12 News journalist Chase Golightly learned, something else happened in that same yard just a couple of days later.
As we get closer and closer to Christmas, you can expect to see more front yards get decorated for the holiday. But for one Gilbert dad, he said that he had just set up his decorations when a Grinch showed up in his front yard.
Every year, Rob Scottford looks forward to decorating for Christmas.
More lights, the merrier for me.
Being a single father, he knows how much it means to his children.
I wanted to get something up so the kids had something.
His 8-year-old daughter and son actually picked out these tree decorations. But then on Monday, when he went to plug in the lights, he noticed one of them was missing.
And so I started looking through my camera.
That's when he saw that about 3 o'clock in the morning, this person, who Scottford believes is a woman, walked into his front yard, unplugged one of the trees, and left with it.
It's not fun. It kind of dampens the mood of the season. I was disappointed more so than anything.
So was his daughter.
And the first thing she said is, "Daddy, where's the tree?"
Scottford says he filed a report with Gilbert Police and hopes someone may recognize this person.
I've been checking on Facebook Marketplace and no such luck, but no one wants to buy just a 3-foot tree.
Word got out around the neighborhood. Then the unexpected happened for Scottford and his family. Just 2 days after the incident, he noticed a new decoration in his yard. Checking his security cameras once again, he saw 2 people walk up to his yard and place a brand new inflatable to replace the stolen tree.
I was surprised.
One well suited for what happened.
And do you think it's a little funny that they chose a Grinch to put in your yard?
I do, especially since some people have called this lady the Gilbert Grinch.
His kids also excited for the new addition.
The kids think it's pretty cool that someone did that. In fact, they made me come out last night and FaceTime them with the Grinch.
Proving not everyone is a Grinch during the holidays.
Shows there's still kindness out there.
Now, Gilbert police have also shared that surveillance video, asking for anyone with information on that thief to give them a call. We're in Gilbert. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, what a nice move there. Thanks so much. Well, the first human cases of bird flu have been reported in Arizona. The Department of Health saying that 2 people in Pinal County tested positive. Both were exposed to infected poultry while at work, and there is no evidence of human-to-human transmission. The patients reported mild symptoms, and they have recovered. And this comes the same day that the U.S. Department of Agriculture ordered expanded testing of the nation's milk supply. Bird flu has been spreading in dairy cattle since March. The first round of testing is scheduled the week of December 16th. Both in Arizona and across the country, the risk of catching bird flu is still considered to be low. An iconic Arizona sandwich shop filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. EG CEO says that the company is dealing with unprecedented challenges following the COVID-19 pandemic, and that restructuring will provide the restaurant chain the opportunity to strengthen its operations. EG's has 25 locations, including 4 here in the Valley. Well, Arizona Congressman Juan Ciscomani says that he has joined a caucus that will work closely with Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. President-elect Donald Trump has picked Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to lead the new department. It would be tasked with making recommendations to make the government more efficient. In a statement, Ciscomani says that he is thrilled to help cut unnecessary red tape and streamline the government. Are Arizona homeowners going to pay the bill for the global AI boom? In this week's Sunday Square Off, we talk with energy experts about a trend that is shaping our communities. These massive data center companies choosing Arizona to set up shop. Now, the problem is that they gobble up a lot of electricity, and someone has to pay for the new sources of power.
When we hear APS say there's unprecedented demand coming, it's not from the homes. It's not from us. Why should we be expecting to pay even more?
For sure. It's large commercial that's driving this. And AI is going to put that on steroids. And it is going to drive up prices for customers.
You know, there's got to be a give and take here with some requirements for energy efficiency or some, coupled with some type of load management program.
Also on the show, we sit down with a researcher of public and private education to dive into the numbers to see why public schools are closing and what legislators can do about it. That's coming up Sunday at 8 a.m. only on 12 News. And this Sunday on Meet the Press, President-elect Donald Trump sits down exclusively with Kristen Welker to discuss plans for his first few weeks in office, his cabinet recommendations, and what he's hoping for his second term. You can watch that exclusive interview this Sunday on Meet the Press. That is 7 a.m. Arizona time. All right, well, in less than 12 hours, Arizona State will kick off the Big 12 championship against Iowa State. 12 Sports journalist Lena Washington caught up with some Sun Devil fans who cannot wait for their team's biggest game of the year.
The Valley is activated, and so is Arlington. We are at Texas Live, bringing all the Big 12 championship vibes. Arizona State fans and Iowa State fans meeting here for a little pregame party. You see the energy is up, and Sun Devil Nation will have AT&T Stadium rocking for the first ever meeting between these two teams. I asked fans to give me 3 words to describe what this ASU football season has meant to them. Take a listen.
Oh, good question. Magical, surprising, unforgettable.
Exceeding all expectations.
Boom!
Yeah, so let's go.
Amazing, unbelievable, and more to come. Well, actually, yeah, more to come, I think so. There you go.
Dream. Wow. Okay, it's more words. Let's get one more.
This is a Go Devils, but this is a fantastic venue. Let's blow up 3rd and Jackson, really implode it and be nice about it, and build this right in between the stadium and the arena, because this is fantastic.
Kickoff is at 10 in the morning, and 12 News will have you covered with post-game reaction and interviews you won't find anywhere else throughout the day, on air and online. It's crazy to think the Sun Devils went from a 3-win season last year to now having a shot to compete for a college football national championship. We're on the road with the Sun Devils in Arlington. Lena Washington, 12 Sports.
Yeah, go Sun Devils. All right, Lena, thank you. We'll